Hey everyone, welcome back to It's Game Week. It is the 13th episode, and this is the first episode of the World Cup. And I have Nilesh and Kasyap back with me today. Hi everyone. I mean, hello both of you. And
Hi Nilesh. Hi Pavan.
uh,
How's it going?
Badhiya, very nice. What a World Cup! What a World Cup! What a final! And fuck Martinez. Uh,
Yeah, dude,
yes,
fuck him.
yes,
But
such a
we get to
game.
Martinez
Yeah,
when we talk about individual, but just let's spend some time eulogizing about the beautiful game of football.
exactly. So I don't want to start with on a
Yeah,
bad note.
I
Yeah.
do not want to spend this crucial intro of the podcast wasted on a goalkeeper
Yeah,
who
sounds
has
good.
shown little class.
Mm, yes,
Well, I
yes,
think
yes.
I see the other side of the debate as well, but we'll get to that when
Sure.
we reach
Yes,
there. But what
sounds
a
good.
game!
Yeah, I think we can start off by saying it's one of the best World Cup finals we've seen in recent times.
I think it's one
Uh,
of the best football games I've seen in a very long time.
yeah,
Mm,
despite the fact that France were horrible off the blocks, it still was a spectacle to behold. And yeah,
yeah. I mean, for the first 70 minutes, I think the game was very does France even want to play or just even want to, do they even know that they're in the World Cup final? But there's this guy.
and France was very bad off the blocks. Especially, I
Yeah.
don't know like why Dembele was playing. Even when I saw the starting 11, I'm like, Dembele. I don't know how well he played in the tournament. I've not seen any great stuff from him. But the way he played, he kept giving away so many balls, man. And that penalty, I mean, see, it was very minimal contact, but it is a penalty any given day of the week. And
It's a
once a
flip.
guy,
Yeah.
I mean, like if a guy is past you, you've lost that. Like you've lost that battle. You don't give away. Like you don't poke out your leg and give away such a cheap penalty, man. Like that. The way he played. I mean, like he was so bad. Like, and I remember like there was a 4 minute play time wherein he gave away the ball three times. His passes were so bad. He was trying to play one twos with somebody, and then he was only playing one twos with Argentinian players. I don't know. Like
Yeah.
he was getting ball and giving the ball to Argentinian players. I was so frustrated, like because I wanted an even contest, and Argentina, like they were bossing the first. I don't know. Like I think for the first
Yes.
70 minutes, they were like, I mean, it was obvious. Like they played much better. I think they were very
They were
deserved winners, if you ask me.
they were really good. I don't know, dude. Dembele, I never saw him play well, to be honest. Even in while watching when he plays for Barcelona, right? कभी मुझे ऐसा लगा कि he always had like wrong crosses where there was nobody, and he definitely seemed clueless all the time to me. But I don't know.
To be fair, in the final, it was not just him. I mean, he was really bad. But in general, even France, I don't know if it's a formation or something. Whenever some French footballer got a ball, he didn't really have much options. I mean, like they were outplayed in the midfield. Like they didn't have
Hmm.
like any straightforward pass in the midfield. I think Argentina overran these people, and their formation was much better. I guess I don't know, but they couldn't find passes in the midfield. Like I think that was their major issue in the.
I feel France lost the game on their right hand side of the pitch.
Hmm.
The lane where Usman Dembele and who was the right back? Jules Koundé.
Kunde, yeah.
These both Barcelona players were playing on the right hand side, right?
Right, yeah.
That is where the game was lost because
Di Maria was, yeah,
Scaloni made a very good tactical decision of playing Angel Di Maria on the right hand side of
yeah.
the
Di Maria was pretty good
on
too.
the left hand side of the
Left hand side, yeah.
Argentinian attack, and he cancelled out uh, Jules Koundé because Jules Koundé is not a very good uh, a
He's
fullback.
not, yeah. He's
Yeah,
not a
he's a
good
good
fullback.
central defender, but he's not a good fullback. And I think he got exposed there. And the moment Angel Di Maria left the pitch, it was around 60-65 minutes in the game.
Yeah,
And that is when France started getting a lot of control because their fullbacks started
exactly.
getting involved. They replaced Angel Di Maria was replaced by Acuna,
Mm,
number 8.
yes.
He and he's a proper fullback.
Mm,
His first instinct was to defend.
Correct.
So that lane became free, and that is when they started attacking. But props to these two players who came on for France. One was
Kamavinga.
Marcus Thuram.
And Kamavinga.
No, Camavinga came on later, but the
Yeah.
ones the two changes he made at 40th minute,
Oh yes.
he subbed Olivier Giroud and Ousmane Dembele. And who was the
Giroud
other
was
guy? Kolo
fuming.
Kolo 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 Sumani. Kolo Sumani.
He
Uh,
was out.
that Kolo Sumani had the last kick of the ball, which was saved by Emmy Martinez. You remember that?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
What a save. That is actually a brilliant save, to
True.
be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
That alone deserves. That's a beautiful save.
Yes.
Golden
Um,
glove.
Yeah,
yeah.
which he's using to shag. So,
Yeah, but that's a beautiful save though. Martinez was actually really good. He's really good when he plays all this mind games and all. But yeah, let's get to it. But I think Messi was outstanding, and Di Maria never fails to impress more. He has been outstanding for every team that he played, except for that United's
United.
hall, except for that United's hall that he had, and he left in within a season or something. But he's been outstanding at Real. He's been outstanding. He is outstanding till now. At that age, I think he's 34. Uh, that goal by him was also very good.
I think the 45 minutes of the first half which Argentina played, right?
Mm.
I mean, I've never seen an international team play such mesmerizing football, such controlled football. I mean, it was. Sometimes I felt that it is too good to to be true. I felt it was fixed. Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt that this entire World Cup was a big scandal. So that the world remembers that Qatar World Cup was the one where Messi won. But again,
There was one link up between Messi and Di Maria, which didn't result in a goal, but it was so fluid that not even a single French defender was in the vicinity of Di Maria. Like he had acres of space. He just ran.
Yeah,
Messi spotted that run. They just ran through their defense. I mean, like it didn't result in a goal, sadly, but that was like I was like, wow, that's like if you want to define the artistic side of football, you can just paint that picture on something and you go like, see, this is it was
I mean,
amazing.
absolutely.
even the flick what Messi did to unleash Julian Alvarez for the second goal.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
He was covered by four players, and he
beautiful
just flicked
one.
the ball through the gap, and Alvarez just pushed it for McAllister, and McAllister played it across the goal
Yes.
to Angel Di Maria.
Maria.
भाई वो तो गोल देख के मैं बोला बस
That's a very beautiful goal.
बोला खत्म फिनिश
Amazing.
बंद करो
It's
घर चलो सो जाओ हो गया वर्ल्ड
beautiful,
कप तुम्हारा
beautiful.
Yeah.
There was one guy, sir, one guy who believed in France.
Who?
Mbappe. I mean, that guy is like,
Dude,
मतलब
he's
काफी
20
respect,
and what he's
काफी
done
respect
on
बढ़
that.
गया मुझे.
Yeah, I swear to God. Like
Exactly.
he single-handedly like clawed
Brought them back.
France back into the game, which is almost dead. Like it was literally done and dusted by then. And did you guys watch the halftime talk that he gave?
Yeah,
Like
I saw
that
that.
is like that is pretty insane for a guy who's 23. I don't think I can give such a motivational talk right
Hmm.
now, being this
Hmm.
old and watch so many games. But he was pretty good, and yeah, I mean, like his will to be in the game, like I mean, like it was pretty amazing to watch.
I think what Mbappe did in that game after the penalty, right? Like after to score the penalty, then within a minute score the second goal, then the penalty again.
And it was a pretty damn good goal as well. It was
Oh, that
it was a
was
volley, like
the
he
volley,
didn't
right?
like no touch at all, just like
that was a
I mean,
crazy goal. That
the
was
control on
outstanding.
it is like yeah, I mean, like that guy is sick.
I mean, if we had to sum up, right, football, and the final was watched by more than 1 billion people on the planet, right?
Right.
And
Yeah.
the
Easily.
game couldn't have a better advert.
Correct.
People who have not been following football, who do not have any interest in football, right? in my friend circle have started, getting more interested. अच्छा ऐसा गेम होता है? मैं बोला अबे सारे गेम ऐसे नहीं
See,
होते हैं. Huh?
this is where it
But
matters, right?
but
What your
exactly.
first game is.
Exactly. So that is where I keep telling them, you know what? All the games are not like this, but all the games have got hope, and
Right.
that is what drives football. I mean, you have hope in cricket, but there is a certain point in a game where अच्छा अब तो कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. But in football, right, you are 3 goals down, you've got 5 minutes of
कुछ
additional
भी
time.
कभी भी कुछ भी हो सकता
कुछ
है.
भी हो सकता है. You can draw the game, you can win the game.
Right.
हाँ.
Yeah.
क्योंकि हमने इतना फुटबॉल देखा है. सब लोग बोल रहे थे कि 2 गोल मार दिया फ्रांस, अरे
खत्म.
अर्जेंटीना मैच खत्म. मतलब पागल है क्या यार? फ्रांस will not just let Argentina walk over them. It's a bloody World Cup final.
It's a World Cup final. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not bloody Sunday league game. Uh,
But what a game after that 70th minute, as you said, right? As soon as the substitutions were made, I mean, Kamavinga played a really good role. He blocked a lot of the passes in between. I mean, in the midfield, right? Where Argentina were actually ruling for the 70 minutes.
I think
as soon as the
Kamavinga
game,
stabilized the midfield.
exactly, he stabilized. He's actually, I'm super proud of him being a real player. But that happened. And Mbappe, dude, yes, we talked about it. Those 3 goals and the passion to just take the ball away as soon as he completes that goal. And World Cup final hat trick, man. Come on. At the age of 23, he has a World Cup. He has league wins. He has like 2 World Cup finals, and he has a World Cup final hat trick. And
200 million euros every year to play for PSG. Don't forget that.
Of course, yeah, of course. And at the end of the day, Qatar actually, I mean, it was Mbappe versus Messi, both of them PSG. PSG is owned by Qatar. So it's all Qatar money. I mean, if you want to build a theory around it, अगर theory बनाना है कि कतर ने मतलब fix किया है तो आराम से बना सकते हैं. मतलब कोई problem ही नहीं है.
Yeah,
Netflix को बोलो बना देंगे documentary 10.
they paid
बना
to
दिया
host
होगा
the World
already.
Cup. They paid the players. They paid everybody.
मतलब see, I mean, even if we think that there has been some kind of corruption or anything,
They paid for the death of migrant workers.
This cannot be scripted. The match or the passion or the tears that you see in players, right? All this cannot be scripted. And जब भी मारिया गोल मार के रोता है ना कि अब तो जीतने वाले हैं, तब फ्रांस वापस आ रही थी. मैं ये नोटिस कर रहा था. नीमारे गोल मारा है और रो रहा था, फिर फ्रांस वापस आ गई. फिर आई थिंक they scored the extra time goal and फिर रो रहा था बेंच पे बैठ के. फिर मतलब एम्बापे ने फिर से पेनल्टी मिल गया उसको.
वो तो I think Angel Di Maria went through the entire spectrum of human emotions.
Yeah.
Happiness, angst, jealousy, horniness.
Everything.
What is horniness? Being horny.
Funny.
Horniness. He went through entire usko, like getting he felt like he's being slapped for the first time in his life. He also felt his first sex. His sexual relation. सब कुछ वो bench पे ना उसका चेहरा ऐसा change हो रहा था ना.
I think to be honest, even viewers went through all possible emotions watching that game.
Giroud.
It's been
Giroud bhi.
I think Giroud would have murdered somebody that night. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
But props to Deschamps as well to make those changes, because like it's one thing knowing something is not working, but it's one thing to be able to address that on a World Cup final stage.
On a World Cup final, yes.
So it's pretty. I mean, it takes. I mean, like he did a good job in at least trying
100%.
to get back France into the game, because after the first half, it looked like Argentina was just walking away with it.
100%. Yeah.
During the presentation, I was noticing one thing, that Emmanuel Macron, right, the president or prime minister of France, they've got president, right?
Yeah,
president. Yeah.
Emmanuel Macron. He didn't give 2 fucks about any other player. He didn't even care कि अच्छा यार और भी 25 खिलाड़ी खेल रहे थे. वो एम्बापे को पकड़ के बोल रहा था, तू मत रो यार, बाकी रोने दे इनको.
उसको पता ही कौन खेल रहा था.
Exactly. It was pretty evident who was playing on the pitch.
हाँ
वो मतलब पैशन ही नहीं था सर, मतलब मैं इवन इन द 90th minute तब भी I felt a little, I don't know, which you usually see in club football, right?
हाँ
I couldn't see that in French players' eyes. I could only see one guy, or he was on the focus for some reason. But
no. I think their front three, right? Marcus Thuram,
hmm,
the वो क्या नाम है, कोलो माउनी, पता है, मैं नाम भूल
Colomani,
रहा हूँ. हाँ
Colomani,
हाँ, और ये किलियन एम्बापे. आई मीन
hmm,
खेल तो अच्छा रहे थे आई थिंक. और वो गेम 65th मिनट के बाद थोड़ा बहुत फ्रांस के के तरफ टिल्ट हुआ, क्योंकि एक तो अर्जेंटीना के प्लेयर्स भी थक चुके थे. हाँ,
yeah.
और दैट इज व्हेन द एंटायर मोमेंटम शिफ्ट. बट द वे इमैनुअल मैक्रोन वाज जस्ट कैचिंग होल्ड ऑफ किलियन एम्बापे, बोला भाई हाँ कंट्री छोड़ के मत जाना तुम. हाँ कोई अफ्रीकन नेशन का तू नेशनलिटी मत ले लेना. हाँ हाँ, तू अपना बंदा है. But
uh,
I think okay. So there are two important points in the entire presentation ceremony, right? One was the Salt Bay incident, right? हाँ,
कौन है भाई वो, मतलब
तो वो
Number one cloud chaser on this planet right now.
हाँ, Salt Bay. I mean,
What?
how could you, man? यार थोड़ी शर्म करो यार, थोड़ी शर्म करो.
हर प्लेयर के पास गया, हर प्लेयर के पास
हाँ
गया, जो भी वो वर्ल्ड कप पकड़ के रखा था, मतलब हर प्लेयर के पास जाके वो फोटो खिंचा रहा था, उस पे वो सॉल्ट डालने वाला वो कर रहा था. It
Yeah,
was
he was doing nothing
so,
everywhere. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
you
just
have one meme. You're
crashing.
famous because of one meme, and you're gonna like use that everywhere. Like,
What
नहीं.
was
and the
that?
way he was handling Messi, dude, it was as if like he was like बीवी को बुला रहा है, like, hey, Messi आ दे रहा करके. He was literally holding his shirt and pulling him. I'm like, भाई तू
Yeah,
क्या कर रहा है? Like,
Messi was
and
ignoring him outright.
ignoring, he ignored him twice, and then he was just like pulling him. I'm like, it was such so cringe-worthy moment. Like, I
I,
cringed
I
so hard.
I think it was so classless from this guy, right? That you know you do this on your beef, on your chicken, on your
Mm,
whatever meat you do, right?
mm,
And that's for consumption. That's why you're eating and doing whatever
yeah,
you want to do.
he's a butcher.
Yeah, and now you're doing the same thing on one of the
World Cup.
most prestigious trophies. You know,
जो तेरा भी नहीं है यार,
वो
तेरा
जो तेरा भी नहीं, तूने कुछ किया भी नहीं गांडू.
वो अर्जेंटीना का भी नहीं है, वो टर्किश है
हाँ
ना वो.
हाँ.
क्यों, मतलब
He's
वो
not
बस
British.
फीफा,
He's from Middle East.
या वो
Zero,
टर्किश है, वो
zero
हाँ,
इन्फेंटिनोस
टर्किश या
association
साला
with
he's
the whole
Lebanese or
thing.
Turkish, I don't know.
टर्किश या ही इज
हाँ
इन्फेंटिनोस फ्रेंड, राइट? यू
या.
सेड, या.
और तू साले वर्ल्ड कप पे नमक डाल रहा है, तेरी क्या औकात है?
I heard he got banned from the
Yeah, he
subsequent
got banned.
FIFA. Yeah.
या ही गॉट
Yeah,
बैंड,
he
या.
got banned.
Obviously,
होना ही था यार, मतलब
had
देयर
he
आर.
देखो, he got what he wanted.
Hmm.
Now he does not give a fuck. He got enough pictures to put in all of his restaurants
टू बी
around the world.
टू बी ऑनेस्ट वो ज्यादा फेमस भी हो गया, जैसे मैं जानता ही नहीं था उसको. आई नो दैट कि कुछ
हाँ
मीम है, देखा हुआ शक्ल है, वैसे वाला
हाँ.
देखा हुआ मीम है. बट ही गॉट द पब्लिसिटी, ही गॉट द मीम्स, पता नहीं कितने प्रोफाइल विजिट्स हो गए होंगे उसके.
Now
ये सब मार्केटिंग हो गया उसका.
he will exactly make his restaurant like Paradise Biryani. You know, where open outlets and put photos of poster of
हर जगह.
superstars. Huh? And write fake reviews. Oh, must biryani. Oh, awesome biryani. And the second thing after Salt Bay, which I would want to discuss, is the donning of the bisht. They put a black
Oh
robe
yeah,
on Messi. What do you guys think?
Basically, see, if you see from that angle, right? If you see from Qatar's angle, it's kind of like knighting, like how the English does, like do something. It's an honor. But basically, when you look at that picture, you feel he's not complete without the Argentine jersey, right? I think it's fine. But see, it is happening in their country. It is their pride. It's kind of them honoring Messi. It seemed okay to me. Although, जब मैं देख रहा था, मुझे लगा था यार क्या पहना दिया है, मतलब he's gonna celebrate with the team. He's gonna look the odd one out and all. But yeah, I think it's okay. But you
I
know,
think
we should not
we've
take away the other players' contribution in that match, right? It was not just Messi. To be honest, if you talk about the best player of the match, it is Di Maria for me and not Messi. Messi was good, outstanding. If I had to choose one player, I think it will be Di Maria for me. Yeah.
I'm sure
And
Messi.
McAllister too, of course. Mm,
तो मेरे हिसाब से ना, जब मैंने पहली बार देखा तो मेरे को बहुत ऑड लगा.
yeah.
अब
Mm,
मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा कि दे आर पुशिंग देयर एजेंडा. हाँ, दे आर
mm,
पुशिंग देयर whatever they want to
mm,
do. You know, what
mm.
was the motive of this World Cup and all that. But
Right.
then, before reacting or saying something, I thought
Mm,
कि अगर मेरे घर पे भी कोई आता है,
mm.
हाँ, अगर मेरे घर पे भी कोई आता है, तो as a token of gesture, I always give them something nice.
Correct. Correct.
You know, something which I feel would honor them. And that is when I felt that is, and I read about the entire culture of best, that it's basically used to honor warriors, and it's given as a mark of respect. And then I was fine with it, but again I went back to that same point. It was not only Messi's contribution, it was not only one man's World Cup, it was the entire team's World Cup. अगर बेस्ट देना था तो तुम सबको देते. हाँ, मेडल के साथ एक एक बेस्ट पहना देते.
Exactly my point again, right?
हाँ,
Right.
सबको पहना देते. पर मेसी को पहना के तुम क्या साबित करना चाह रहे थे? Again, in the long run, I don't have any issues. It's their culture. Pele ने भी पहना था. Pele wore the sombrero in the 1970 World Cup. Usually, the famous photo in the
Yes.
in the Mexican World Cup where he's wearing the sombrero after winning it. He's अपना t-shirt निकाल दिया था. He had removed his Brazilian t-shirt. He had won the World Cup. He was wearing a sombrero.
Yes.
So it's okay. What's done is done, I think, and he respectfully removed it after some point of time and
Yeah, he did.
celebrating
He
in
did.
his Argentinian shirt.
Yeah, he did. He did. The scenes after the match presentation were actually beautiful.
Yeah.
The kind of
Did you see those videos coming out of Buenos Aires?
oh yeah, that's how
4 million
वो
great.
drone shots.
Everybody were on the streets,
Yo,
and
हमने
Messi had to
4
be
million
rescued by
people.
4
helicopter.
million people, yeah, it's
Ah.
insane.
Messi had to
40
be
लाख.
And
rescued by a helicopter.
they had to be airlifted out because it was getting too tough to handle for them. So the Argentinian players had to be airlifted out. Oh, but yeah, it's insane. I think that's what World Cup does to you. Imagine if India wins World Cup sometime.
Mm.
अरे
I
यार,
think
इंडिया क्रिकेट वर्ल्ड कप जब जीती थी तो मेरे को याद है, मैं तो पूरी रात, हाँ, पूरी
मजा
रात
आ गया था.
को क्या बोलते हैं कि हम लोग सड़कों पे ही,
yeah, true.
ऐसा नहीं था कि हमने कोई कैच पकड़ा था या सिक्स मारा था, कुछ नहीं किया था हमने. हाँ, बस, हाँ,
धोनी ने
हमारा
मारा
कंट्री
था.
जीता था. हाँ, वो भारत माता की जय कर रहे थे. हाँ,
Exactly.
That's the passion
and
sports gives you.
and भाई, I never felt more Indian than maybe, yeah, there are other situations.
That is very true. I think sports make you, like, I don't know, get like bring out the like hidden patriotism inside you somewhere deep inside,
And more than the
which you
hidden
don't even know
patriotism,
it's there.
and more than the hidden patriotism, right? It brings out the very natural and the very animalistic
Primal,
animalistic
yeah,
characteristic of a human being.
yeah.
कि यार
Ego
ये
वाले.
Exactly.
क्या है?
This reminds me of that, right, sir? जब 83 में emergency situation, I don't know if it was emergency, but पूरा हिंदुस्तान में दंगे चल रहे थे, Hindu Muslim, everything was going on. And that then Indira Gandhi decides that ki sports is the one thing that might unite these
washing.
sports feeling, right? So they started
Sports
putting
washing,
TV everywhere. It's not really sports washing. It's not sports washing. This is just uniting for a country, right?
No, that's see, sports watching is the concept that you use sports to divert people's brains away from
Clean the
issues
image of
like political
country.
issues or whatever is this.
Yeah,
You portray sports into their faces so that they forget the other stuff.
Right,
And
right.
yeah, Indira Gandhi used that pretty well. Yeah, I do remember that. Like it was talked about a lot.
But yeah, I mean, somehow sports washing seems to be a negative word, but this is not exactly a negative word. This is more for like bringing out the positivity or like to control the masses and all. But it's definitely technically it's called
it's a tactic,
definitely it's a tactic. It is definitely sports washing. Yeah, so I think that's what it does, right? It unites people and it also brings out anybody, everybody. मतलब even in college, if you remember, in any matches that we कोई कुछ match होता था, and any match, right? Sachin's last match or everything, everybody used to come together and watch. So that's what sports. That's the power of sports, I would say. Yeah. Let's move on to Martinez then. क्या बोलते हो?
Before we move on to Martinez, let's just talk about Messi, because the guy was amazing this whole tournament, man. I mean, like, if you ever
I think Kasyap, we'll come to Messi
because we were gonna talk. Yeah, sure.
When we talk about the GOAT.
Yeah, true.
The actual GOAT.
All right, then let's talk about the
GOAT shit.
I love that.
I don't know. Is there any context why they were so against?
There was only one thing that happened before the World Cup. I think Mbappe somehow or somewhere said that European football is better than South American football.
Oh yeah, okay.
Which every South American should agree if you talk about it. He's talking about European football. European football, if you think about it, it's about the clubs that they have. It's about the money that they have. It's about the coverage they have throughout the world. That now South American football club level, at least every सारे South American footballers तो यूरोप में खेलते हैं.
अर्जेंटीना के लीग का टॉप लीग के 5 टीम बता दो.
Exactly, वो खुद नहीं बता पाएगा.
बोका जूनियर्स और रिवर प्लेट के अलावा.
मैं तो वो भी नहीं जानता हूँ सर. रिवर प्लेट जानता हूँ मैं बस.
रिवर प्लेट बोका जूनियर्स.
Where is Benfica from?
Benfica is from Portugal.
Portugal.
Oh,
Portuguese, yeah.
Portuguese league.
Yeah.
club है.
Damn it. Okay.
Exactly. ब्राजील के लीग के 5 टॉप क्लब्स बता दो.
Santos. I know that because of Neymar.
So there's Santos, there is Corinthians, there is Sao Paulo FC, there is Ituano FC, there is ऐसे करके मेरे को इसलिए याद है क्योंकि मैं वहां बहुत दिन था, तो वो लोग फुटबॉल खेलते थे, तो मेरे को मालूम चलता था कि कौन किसको खेल रहा है.
फ्लेमेंगो होता था शायद.
फ्लेमेंगो है, हाँ.
But see, that's what this is what Mbappe has said before the World Cup, I think. But Martinez, I loved him, to be honest. He was actually really good.
He was pretty good tournament, but his
throughout the tournament,
antics, man. I mean, like, it was, I don't know.
Even before the tournament, right? He was actually always good for Aston Villa and Aston Villa, you know.
Isn't he West Ham?
No, Aston
Villa. He was really good for Aston Villa. Even the last 3-4 seasons, he was outstanding. दो सीजन अच्छा था सर. लास्ट सीजन अच्छा नहीं था.
So 2020 summer, he moved. 2020 summer, he left Arsenal. He joined Aston Villa, and since then he's been the first season he played for Aston Villa. Right, he was outstanding.
2020 season, na?
2021 season.
2021, yes.
वो season he
COVID
was
season.
Outstanding for
Aston Villa, and the Aston Villa was also really good that season.
I think he had some 15-16 clean sheets in that. That
I remember because he was my goalkeeper. FPL में पूरा time FPL goalkeeper था.
I think what Emi Martinez, what I feel is that it's a lot of a lot of frustration and anger of having a long unsuccessful career. I would not say unsuccessful, but he's a late bloomer.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 30 now.
Okay.
And he became a permanent like first team goalkeeper only at the age of 28. He had, I don't know how many loan moves. Getafe, Oxford United, पता नहीं कहाँ खेल के आया. Rotterdam, पता नहीं कहाँ खेल के आया. He got his chance at Arsenal. He, in 6 months, a player who was not even worth £2 million became almost his value became 10 times. We sold him for 20 million pounds. Just because of those 6 months of performance. And then he came on the world stage, and the moment I think he started performing well for Aston Villa, he got picked up for the Argentinian squad, and I think he struck a very good chord with Lionel Messi. He's in the good books of Lionel Messi. If you see, right, There are few people whom Lionel Messi is very close to in the
Yes,
Argentine squad.
for
एक तो
sure. Yeah.
एटलेटिको मैड्रिड का मिडफील्डर है वो डेपॉल,
Mm,
वो है एमिलियानो मार्टिनेज है,
mm,
एंगल डी मरिया है. हाँ,
mm,
इन लोग से उसका कुछ कुछ ज्यादा बनता है.
mm.
But what he's been doing, with the gold, what he did with the golden glove,
Mm,
I think what he did with the ball for the Chouameni's penalty, right,
mm.
is acceptable. It's part of the game.
Yeah,
Everyone does it.
yeah,
But once the game is done, you are world champions.
exactly.
यार,
Come on, you are the best goalkeeper there.
exactly.
What example are you setting? Every
इस
freaking child is watching it.
इससे इस अरे, not every child, your fucking child is watching it.
Exactly, yeah.
हाँ, and इससे बड़ा और क्या तमाचा तुम किसी के मुंह पे मार सकते हो उसको हरा के. वो हार चुका है.
Hmm.
हाँ, हाँ, और उस क्या, I don't know what he did with his golden glove and he just air fucked it.
Yeah.
हाँ, हाँ, अरे यार, लोग अपनी कलाई काट लेंगे वो अवार्ड छूने के लिए.
Exactly. World Cup यार वो.
Hmm.
And the
And
whole
that
Mbappe thing also.
Mbappe baby thing,
Yeah.
it was so classless, yaar.
Yeah, so that was the thing. I thought like after the game, at least like you're on the high of winning it, and then you did something. That's fine. Or maybe, I mean, like it's not justifiable, but still like you're running on the
Exactly.
high of some emotion of winning a World Cup, which will happen only once in your lifetime. You're high with endorphins and emotions or whatever it is. Like yeah, you did something, fine, it's okay. But then the thing that I didn't really understand is that baby Mbappe thing. I'm like, what are you even doing? Like, if you can hold a grudge for whatever reason until so long after a match is done, and I think Mbappe, like from what I could see or observe, he didn't do anything wrong. And in general, I've gained a lot of respect for Mbappe for the way he's played in the World Cup. He's only 24, and then 4 days later, he's
Back in France.
back in
Yeah.
training.
Back in the PSG.
I mean, like the
training.
guy looks super decent, and he's done nothing which says that he deserves any of that thing. And I don't know why you have to hold on to
Even-
something. Even like maybe he said something like which we don't know, whatever it is, but I don't know, man. Like it just shows like more immaturity on the part of Martinez rather than anything else, from at least
Yeah.
my point of view.
For sure. Even they वो क्या है उसका एक कॉफिन का फोटो बना के उसको भी जलाया, उस पे ऊपर एम्बापे का फोटो
No, but
रख
that
के.
was supporters,
The
right? Like
fans.
Yeah, of course
Argentinian
it's
fans.
not Martinez, but I'm talking about
Yeah,
fans.
so I mean,
Even
like, see, fans do random
Yeah.
stuff as well. Like, there's this, like some story where French fans put like Messi's jersey as the doormat or something. Like fans, I mean,
yeah.
like you always have that weird
वो
fans.
तो-
Like we do
देखो
shit.
मेरा इतना ही
दिखते
कहना
हैं.
होता है, अगर फैंस के पास दिमाग होता ना तो वो भैंचो तो फुटबॉल खेल रहे होते.
Hmm.
हाँ,
So
सिंपल सी बात है. What fans do till a level, till a point, it is acceptable and it is pushed under the carpet.
Right.
yeah.
But when you, as a professional footballer, you are fucking now I'm hearing rumors that Bayern Munich is interested in buying Emiliano Martinez from क्या बोलते हैं, from Aston Villa. अब वो जाके Bayern Munich का कीपर बनेगा, obviously PSG के खिलाफ खेलेंगे चैंपियंस लीग में. वो किलियन एम्बापे 4 गोल मारेगा तेरे खिलाफ, तेरा मुंह कुत्ते जैसा बन
सर
जाएगा.
अभी मारा है सर उसने, उसी मैच में मारा है जिसमें ये
इसी मैच
बकचोदी
में
कर
मारा
रहा
है,
था.
तब भी उसको शर्म नहीं आया. लेकिन चलो वो तो वर्ल्ड
वही.
कप जीत गया यार, वो कॉन्टेक्स्ट अलग था मैच का. हाँ,
Yeah,
लेकिन
but,
चैंपियंस लीग के मैच में तेरा नॉकआउट गेम चल रहा है. हाँ, उसमें वो 4 गोल तेरे खिलाफ मारेगा, तेरा मुंह कुत्ते जैसा बन जाएगा.
and what is the
मैं
guarantee that
बस
they might not lose to Saudi Arabia or team like that again in
Yeah,
some
एक
cup
बार.
or something? I mean, like,
Exactly.
if people
Staying-
start doing shit like that every time you lose,
Exactly.
you're
Staying
gonna face a
humble
lot of
is
stuff.
But
I
the
mean-
counter argument, the counter argument to that is, if my team had done that, if my team had won it, हाँ, और उसके बाद वो कुछ भी करते, अपने को चलता. तुमको क्या लगता है अर्जेंटीना में इतना सब कुछ कर रहे हैं क्या वो एमिलियानो मार्टिनेज को लेके, कि वो उसने किलियन एम्बापे को ऐसा बोल दिया? बहुत गलत है. नहीं, उनके लिए वो भगवान है.
मतलब बेसिकली
but,
मैच
I
की
mean-
बात आए तो ना, बट इफ यू टॉक अबाउट एनी पीआर टीम और एनी मतलब पता नहीं यार, मतलब if there was done by my team, I think I would definitely be
I
disappointed
think
if such
okay.
even I would be
I don't
disappointed.
know how people in general would do, but I think from what I know, I would like, let's say Virat Kohli did something like that after winning a World Cup or something. I would still criticize Virat Kohli for
Yeah,
doing that.
I would actually be
Irrespective of what a
disappointed.
player Virat Kohli is,
Yes.
we would still be critical of Virat Kohli because I don't know, it's just not, it just doesn't fit.
Yeah, same sir,
Being
वही
so
मतलब
arrogant.
same मतलब basic चीज, no matter how much I respect, how much I love a player, when this is a good segue into the other segment, right? When Ronaldo walked away in the extra time, that is disrespectful, right? I didn't like Ronaldo then. I love him. He is my idol. He is my model. But uh, if you do that, you are setting a wrong example. That is not how a professional should behave. As simple as that. But if you're not saying मतलब कुछ अंधे फैंस होते हैं भाई, कुछ भी करो सही बोलते हैं, तो that is stupid. I think you need to have your own perspective. You need to know what is right, what is wrong. No matter who the other person is, you should say that this person is wrong or right, या जो भी है.
I think thank you for bringing up Ronaldo. Okay. When you reach a certain level, right?
Mm.
When you are maybe in the league of Ronaldo, Messi, Lewis Hamilton, Roger Federer, LeBron James, Michael Jordan, Sachin Tendulkar, like one of the great, all these are, यानी कि इनका ना वो हेवन में ना एक अलग जगह है.
महेंद्र सिंह धोनी.
महेंद्र सिंह धोनी, अरे तबा तबा कैसे भूल गए नाम उनका.
भाई कैसे
प्रभु है
है,
वो हमको.
धोनी के कैसे भूल सकते
धोनी को
हैं.
भूल गया है, गलत है. तोड़ देना चाहिए लैपटॉप अब. कहाँ चला है पॉडकास्ट. हाँ, गलत हो गया. हाँ.
धोनी के बिना कुछ नहीं है.
हाँ ना. हाँ. हाँ, अब जैसे ये लोग हैं. हाँ, इनसे क्या होता है ना, ये इंसान नहीं है. ये इंसान से ऊपर उठ चुके हैं.
एग्जैक्टली.
हाँ. और जब जब इंसान इंसान होने से ऊपर उठ जाता है ना, तब उससे एक्सपेक्टेशन भी वैसी होती है कि वो उसी तरह बिहेव करे.
करेक्ट.
और वो जहां वो इंसान जैसा बिहेव करने लगता है, राइट. हाँ, लोग उसको चप्पल मारने लगते हैं.
100%.
एंड आई थिंक the entire game, when you reach that level, is to maintain that aura of invincibility about yourself.
Correct.
Ronaldo has let his guard down so many times in the past 1 year. He has made himself make feel human. That is why people have started seeing through him.
Correct.
But Lionel Messi और जो भी है, महेंद्र सिंह धोनी, हाँ, वो लोग उस लेवल, they never let their guard down. I think Messi, I've never seen him. I think he gets angry on referees and he does all his, but I've never seen him, disrespect a fan, or disrespect an opponent, or disrespect his team or manager. He's always very humble, very kind. नहीं पसंद है, नहीं करेंगे, बैठे रहेंगे. हाँ, बट मेरे लिए एक स्पोर्ट्समैन के अंदर वो क्वालिटीज होना बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है.
Especially like he was also handled in a similar way by Barcelona, how United handled Ronaldo, and the way they reacted to such situations is completely different. Like I think Messi handled it the most graceful way possible. Like his exit, like Barcelona absolutely didn't want him there, and he made no fuss about it. Like I do still remember him crying on the final day that he was going to leave Barcelona because he didn't want to leave the club he grew up at, basically.
He's
which
getting
speaks volumes about Messi, the kind of personality that he is. And he's shown that in the World Cup as well. Like, I think he's had amazing World Cup. And the way he played just shows a lot of what he is
100%.
and how he handled. Which
I
is
think
also
in our living lifetime, right? In all three of our living lifetime, we haven't seen Maradona play. We haven't seen Pele play. We haven't seen Johan Cruyff play or Di Stefano play. But the players whom we have seen play, right, in flesh and blood, Cristiano Ronaldo, R9, Ronaldo Nazario, अपना Lionel Messi. I think
Zidane.
Lionel Messi, Zidane. I saw some reel today morning. Okay, just like some 40 seconds of just Zidane just capturing the ball,
उस
हाँ,
समय ना सर ये statistics नहीं होते थे, number of times
हाँ,
ball, क्या
just
best
trapping the ball,
passes.
you know,
Yeah.
just that goalkeeper ने kick किया ball, हाँ, he's just trapping the ball, he's not doing anything, and भाई क्या effortless लगता था. And that is when you realize that, you know, I think Messi and Zidane, ये players, ये दोनों, खासकर ये दोनों,
Right.
Ronaldinho आया है,
Right.
by sheer persistence and sheer hard work.
Correct.
He made that for himself. But I
Correct.
think these players were really blessed by something very, very strong. And I feel that is why I feel Messi is the GOAT. The GOAT! And Martinez is good shit.
See, I never got into the GOAT argument, to be
debate.
honest.
Yeah, me
क्योंकि
neither, because sorry to cut you off twice, but I'm gonna just say this because I think right now I still believe that Ronaldo and Messi are the best players, like active players. It's just that the way they deal with football and the stuff associated with football is very different.
Yeah.
But they are equally good and equally insane on their given day. But yeah, if you look at achievements, I think Messi has completed football. I think I've seen a post somewhere saying like Messi has completed football. I mean, like playing your final World Cup and winning it, and the way that you've played, I think he was amazing. Like hands down, the best player at this World Cup.
Every
No doubt.
freaking match, dude. I think he scored in every match.
Yeah.
Except
I
for
think
the.
there
I
was
think
one
he's
match against Australia, he didn't score.
Yeah. I think it's a
assist दिया था.
yeah,
Like
it's
he
a
has 7
complete
goals and 3 assists, right? Like
yeah, it's a
or something of
complete.
that sort. Complete.
I think we
That's-
predicted, right? Messi will be the player of the tournament.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I think most of us predicted that.
मेरे को ये लगता है ना कि देखो रोनाल्डो ना, if you look at Ronaldo is more individualistic. उसको देखोगे तो तुम लगता है कि यार ये ऐसे कैसे कर सकता है. हाँ, you always refer to Ronaldo as, you know, Ronaldo in a very individualistic capability.
Correct.
But when you talk about Messi, you talk about him in individual capability, in capacity, but you also talk about the passes what he makes. If you look at, I was observing one thing, and I've seen this in Messi from a very long time. You know, the pace of the pass. You know, the amount of pressure what he put. You know, the spin on the ball when he passes are just perfect. हाँ, उसके crosses इतने सही होते हैं. हाँ, they're never overhit. I think he plays football at a different level than even Ronaldo. Ronaldo खुद के लिए करता है जो करता है.
वही है ना sir. Though the reason, see Messi, whenever we talk about these two, one thing I always discuss this. Messi he has the talent in him, like by default. I think it's just in him, rooted in his veins, right? When you look at Ronaldo, the amount of hard work that he has put through, the amount of growth he has over the years, the amount of passion he has for football is mesmerizing, right? I felt that Messi is a very naturally talented player, whereas Ronaldo is the one who worked for every inch of the step that he took. And मतलब basically ये मतलब this is a human psychology, right? At the end of the day, तुम कितना भी अच्छा कर लो, तुम कितने भी records तोड़ लो, तुम कुछ भी कर लो अपने देश के लिए या किसी के लिए भी, but one moment will basically change the whole image of everything that you have done, right? One bad thing that you do, right, that will change, or like one sudden show of emotion that you have, whatever the reason may be, so that'll put something in your because humans have very short-term memory and they'll remember those things. Abhi, matlab, we don't consider the amount of attention that Ronaldo gets in general. जब वो, I think ये हमने पिछले एपिसोड में भी डिस्कस किया था, जब वो बेंच पे था and he was not starting the semi-final या quarter final match, right? There were like 100 cameras just before him, just because वो बेंच पे था. They were all standing for the Portugal national anthem. He was singing, and there were like 100 cameras. Matlab sare, that there's a drone shot which shows that is there of sare cameras and everybody's focused on Ronaldo because he's starting on bench. That is what made Ronaldo the player that he is. And that is also affecting him right now. Let's see 37, 38 where he goes, how he does, and I just hope he has a good ending. But yeah, वो गोट डिबेट में मैं कभी मतलब I never
So you were saying the styles that they play. So if I can relate something to that, I feel like Messi is like the Roger Federer, who's like technically gifted, like full graceful. And Ronaldo is more like Rafael Nadal, very physical. Like he can jump
yeah.
up like 2 meters or 2.5 meters in the air, and then he's very powerful. His shots go like 120 kilometers per hour. It's like very physical game that he has. Whereas
Yes,
Messi is like more
for sure.
like you just look at him and go like, wow. Like if like football is played by a god, maybe
Mm.
this is the person to play. Like this is how it is.
Mm.
If God
It's
had to
very
play football, then this is how.
it would be Messi, yeah.
Yeah.
But see, we should all be lucky that we got to watch
Yeah,
both of them in
yeah,
their prime.
seriously. Like yeah.
And जैसे
तो
मतलब
क्रिस्टियानो रोनाल्डो से ना मेरे को उतना कुछ ज्यादा लगाव नहीं है, मैं
हम्म
हिसाब से बता रहा हूँ।
हम्म
एक तो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड के लिए खेलता था, हाँ, ऊपर से वो आर्सेनल के खिलाफ हमेशा गोल
सर
मारता
वो
था।
आर्सेनल आने वाला था यूनाइटेड के मुंह के पहले, जस्ट
हाँ हाँ,
आर्सेनल
वो तो
आर्सेनल आ जाता ना,
अगर वो
आर्सेनल
आर्सेनल आ
आ
जाता ना,
जाता।
हाँ,
I think in some parallel universe, this very podcast, Nilesh is like praising Ronaldo to the heights.
Yeah.
He's like, Ronaldo is the goat. Like fuck Messi. Ronaldo is the goat. Like if he like the way he hits with his left boot, oh my god, I can kiss it a million times. That's a different
But
podcast
एक और
happening right now.
एक और चीज बोलना है कि रोनाल्डो, वी कैन नॉट कंपेयर द इंटरनेशनल करियर्स ऑफ रोनाल्डो एंड मेसी. मेसी इज प्लेइंग फॉर अर्जेंटीना एंड रोनाल्डो इज प्लेइंग फॉर पोर्चुगल. अब तुम मेसी को जाके मतलब रोनाल्डो को मतलब क्रिकेट रेफरेंस में विराट कोहली को जाके कोई कनाडा की टीम में डाल दोगे तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ेगा सर कनाडा टीम के. तो
पाकिस्तान का एग्जांपल ये होता है यार,
पाकिस्तान के तो प्लेयर ही याद नहीं यार मुझे. तो
बाबर
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 आजम,
आजम।
बाबर आजम तो वही है मतलब. रोनाल्डो won the first two, I think the first two, पता नहीं, two main international trophies for Ronaldo basically put Portugal on the international football map. If you talk about the international careers, and Argentina were world champions before, and there was
Yeah.
Maradona always.
They were-
And Argentina by default has like really good players had throughout the throughout the time.
I remember the first few Argentinian players, Gabriel Batistuta, Hernan Crespo. भाई ये दोनों लंबे लंबे बाल वाले स्ट्राइकर्स हुआ करते थे उनके. गूगल करना, आई मीन थोड़ा ज्यादा ओल्ड स्कूल हो गया ये.
I would be
never
really
saw them.
interested to talk to an Argentinian fan who's seen the best of Maradona and who's seen the best of Messi and whom they
This
Because
reminds
because
me
I
of
don't know how great
yeah.
a player Maradona is. I've only heard about it. I've never seen him like in front of me. So
I'll tell you one thing.
Maradona
I'll
is
tell you.
a
मैं बताता हूँ, see there's a 5-minute clip of Gary Lineker talking about Maradona. And I think he speaks about Maradona on the night he passes away. You know, Maradona passed away, and the same night I think they were hosting a Champions League game. And Gary Lineker talks at stretch about for 5 minutes about Maradona because they played together in Barcelona and they had a charity match somewhere, and he talks about Maradona just kicking the ball. Find the clip on YouTube. I'll share it to you. और I mean वो जिस तरीके से बताता है ना गैरी लिनेकर, वो पूरा एक्सपीरियंस अपना मैराडोना के बारे में, हाँ, you get goosebumps. मैं तो वो सोच के मेरे को goosebumps आने लग गए अभी.
I saw the documentary actually, like a Prime पे documentary about Maradona.
हाँ.
But see, Maradona was a maniac, sir. मतलब you cannot compare Maradona with Messi. मतलब not about skill level or anything, but they're completely two different people.
So Maradona was complete Argentinian. I mean, he was born, raised, spent his entire adult life. I think in Buenos Aires or in Argentina, whereas Messi moved out at the age of 13, spent his entire life in Barcelona,
Spain,
came back. But there was one very good thing I heard some Argentinian journalists speak about it, that after 2018 World Cup or between the last 4 to 5 years, Lionel Messi has become more Argentinian. Yeah, because the one thing he started doing is that he started cussing people. He started cussing the referees in Argentinian slang.
Okay.
हाँ, वो ऐसा लगता था कि पहले वो आके बिहार यूपी में ए फक्कर बोलता था. हाँ, फिर इवेंचुअली माधर चोद. हाँ, people
Started
Connecting,
appealing to the
connecting,
fans.
connecting to
Yeah.
the masses.
लोग पागल हो गए बोलो अरे मेसी भाई आला है.
Connecting to the masses, yeah.
Yes.
But yeah. So that's a World Cup wrap. I think it was beautiful.
I do
And
have one last question for you, both of you. If you had to pick one goal of the tournament, what is your choice?
goal of the tournament. यार सबसे पहली बात तो मुझे वो रिचार्लिसन का गोल आ रहा है ग्रुप स्टेज
Yeah,
मैचेस
I mean,
में.
like even
was
that
very
is my
beautiful,
pick
yeah.
because
और
that
उसका
is,
नाम नहीं लूंगा.
yeah, that is
It's a
pretty sick
beautiful
goal.
But I think for me, Angel Di Maria's goal in the
World
final.
Cup final goal.
Yeah, that was a proper
That's
team goal.
good. Yeah,
That was
very
a good
beautiful.
goal. Very good goal.
I miss वो नेदरलैंड्स की टीम नेदरलैंड्स का मैच में I think we talked about right Messi एक assist देता है but that I forgot the name.
Molina.
Molina, yeah, he finishes or doesn't finish it. That is
Finishes
also
it.
beautiful. Yeah,
It was a
finishes it.
no-look pass.
Oh yes, that's a beautiful assist that I've ever
Beautiful
seen.
assist.
Amazing assist by Messi and it's just pure class there. That and who do you think is a flop of the tournament? Biggest flop?
Belgium.
I mean, player.
Oh, player.
I mean, KDB you can say, but I don't know if people had expectations from KDB going into the
Did
tournament.
Lewandowski score this World Cup?
He did penalty.
He did? Oh,
He did.
okay.
He did this. It was his first World Cup goal. He never scored before in the World Cup. I think he played 1 or 2 World Cups.
Who is the biggest
Even the
flop?
quality of player that he is, it's pretty sad. His World Cup returns.
Flop.
कौन आ रहा है दिमाग में?
जर्मनी टीम में कोई प्लेयर होगा यार.
Arey, what do you think about Enzo Fernandez getting the under 21 player?
I mean, it's okay.
Are there any, like, do they really have so many options?
I mean, because Germany and Jude Bellingham, I thought it depends on.
I think it would have been Musiala if Germany made it to the knockout stages. I think we would have seen more of Musiala,
Yeah.
and then he would have definitely got. Because if it were up to me, even based on those 2 games, I would have given it to Musiala. That guy's like generational talent, at least right now. I don't know what he'll do with it, but oh my god, he's insane, man. He's a treat to watch.
I agree. Musiala was amazing in those few. I mean, he is still amazing. He's definitely getting a big transfer. He and Jude Bellingham, like both getting a good transfer.
I don't think Bayern Munich will let Musiala go. I think the way they've constructed the whole team, I think they play around Musiala. Like he started every game for them this season.
Who's the striker now?
Bayern Munich? Good question. Who did they play?
Did they replace? Okay, yeah. Just okay, fine. We'll switch the topic anyways.
We'll talk about league stuff later.
Yeah.
For now, I think it should be a wrap. If you don't.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's a wrap about World Cup, but I had one question. So Alvarez was actually good, not in the final, maybe, but
he was good overall in the
overall tournament. Yeah. उसको सिटी में तो स्टार्ट करने का मौका नहीं मिलेगा because as long as Haaland is there वो नहीं करेगा स्टार्ट.
नहीं पर अरे तुम भी सोचो ना यार, practically it's not possible for Haaland to play
every match 90 minutes.
There's so many games.
But यार फिर वो हमेशा हालैंड के उसमें ही रहेगा ना, हालैंड के शैडो में रहेगा, like how Jesus was on Aguero's shadow for the 2 or 3 seasons.
नहीं मेरे को लग रहा है हालैंड 2-3 साल में सिटी से निकल जाएगा.
That's for sure. I think so.
वो तो निकल रहा है, मतलब that was his goal and his father's goal.
Father
right?
already said no, like he'll be here 2 years and
yeah,
then
he wants to play for
else.
He wants to play for Real Madrid. He wants to play for City. He wants to play for
Milan, maybe Italy.
Milan,
like
Italy,
he wanted to play in La Liga and Italy League and
मेरे को करेंसी कलेक्ट करने का बहुत शौक है साले को. हर कंट्री का जाके यूरो और वो सिक्का कलेक्ट करके अपने बाप को देगा, ले रख.
Is this the best World Cup you watched? मतलब मैंने तो 2010 से ही चालू किया है. 10, 14.
I think
18.
in terms of quality of the game, right? I think this was one of the best knockout phase of the tournament.
Could be, but I think 2010 World Cup wasn't that bad. It was a pretty good World Cup.
I mean, World Cup, I felt it was a little boring.
The the
amount of
2010,
matches.
I'll tell you why 2010 World Cup was boring, because it was very lopsided. It was very lopsided towards Spain.
Spain.
Spain was destined to win from day one. They यहाँ पे या इस वाले वर्ल्ड कप में देयर वर मेनी कंटेंडर्स. 2018
Right.
में भी बहुत सारे कंटेंडर्स थे.
Mm.
2002 वर्ल्ड कप मेरे को याद है. आई रिमेम्बर वाचिंग द फाइनल एंड it was a beautiful game of football. I mean, I think that was that. I mean, इस 2022 के फाइनल के पहले मेरे को 2002 का जो फाइनल था, वो हो सकता है कि इसलिए था क्योंकि वो मेरा फर्स्ट फुटबॉलिंग मेमोरी था, प्रॉपर वर्ल्ड कप का मेमोरी था. हाँ,
Right.
उसके बाद 2006 was dampened by Zidane get headbutting. 2010 was like very predictable, Spain जीतेगा. 2014 Germany blew everyone apart. 2018 France. 2022 Argentina.
Also, yeah, I think so. Given the number of upsets that we had this World Cup, I think maybe that's a factor too.
Yeah, I read some random stat, right? It says this is a World Cup with most number of surprises. And surprises like, I think at 60th minute or halftime, where where you are very sure that one team is going to win and other team wins it. They gave some kind of metric to it. And this is a World Cup with most number of surprises. And I think this is a World Cup with most number of goals too.
Yes, that's
178.
कितनी बार ऐसा होता था कि मैं फर्स्ट हाफ देखता था. हाँ, because the matches
सो जाते थे.
12:30 p.m. 12:30 a.m. I would watch the first half. मैं बोला, you know, it's a dead rubber game. 0-0 होता था. अगले दिन सुबह उठो देखो, हाँ, टूनिशिया 1 फ्रांस 0. मतलब क्या हो रहा है ये दुनिया में. ऐसे ही आग लगी पड़ी है, तुम टूनिशिया को जिता रहे हो.
Tunisia. Yeah.
Anyway, let's quickly discuss about.
Yes. Arsenal on top. What do you think?
Arsenal on top. Gabby Jesus injured. I'm a little sad, but we'll take one game at a time and see how it goes. So yes, I'm really optimistic about the start of the season. I'm really excited to see how it pans out. And it will really show, you know, the mettle of the team in terms of what they're actually made of. But it's a really good time to be an Arsenal supporter, trust me.
What about the Arsenal players in the World Cup, sir? Did they even perform? Who do you think is Arsenal's best player?
Bukayo Saka.
Oh yes, how the heck did I forget Saka?
Yeah,
I think
that
he
guy
is
is
definitely
insane,
the best player who played for England in the World Cup. Best English player.
Jude Bellingham and Bukayo Saka were awesome.
Hands down.
Yes. And I think even the core England support haters would agree that Bukayo Saka and Jude Bellingham were cut above the rest.
100%. And I think that's what. Let's wait for Boxing Day and have good number of matches. मेरा कैमरा निकल गया है, बस सेट कर रहा हूँ मैं.
Yeah, I can't wait for United to struggle to make it top 4 again.
Actually, to be honest, right, United have some good takeaways from the World Cup. Nobody noticed or not, but Bruno Fernandes was really good.
Fernandes was insane this World Cup. Like, I think he's...
Yeah. Dalot was good.
Yeah, Dalot
was good.
Yeah.
Dalot was good. Fernandes was good. Varane was decent. And Martinez, I don't know how many minutes he got, but
he played decent number of minutes.
Yeah, so
Lisandro Martinez, but he's not coming back quickly. He's coming back only after 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, so
this
might be a struggle in the starting.
You'll have to play with
Harry Maguire
and
Lindelof, yeah.
Eric Bailly है कि नहीं है?
पता नहीं यार.
He's still at United, right? I do think he's still at United.
Eric Bailly नाम
वो तो Bailly.
He's not at United. He's left.
Yeah, he's left.
I thought he was still.
Good riddance.
But yeah,
he's at Marseille on a loan.
But I can't wait for. I mean, there's a match tonight, right? Liverpool versus City.
Tonight,
yes. Carabao Cup.
Yes, It's been so long since I watched PL and Real Madrid play. It's been what, 50 days?
Yeah.
Oh, it's can't wait for the club football to start. And
When is Spanish league starting?
I think it's
After
starting in the
Christmas?
new year. New Year.
Starting New Year. Okay.
Yes, third or something. They don't play on Boxing Day and all.
हाँ,
No.
वहाँ तो
वो
क्रिसमस का
chill
ब्रेक होता है ना.
chill chill मारते हैं वो. ये
हाँ.
बेचारे कुछ फैमिली के साथ मनाने भी नहीं देते हैं इंग्लिश फुटबॉल. 25 को क्रिसमस, 26 को खिला देते हैं मैचेस को.
हाँ,
तो
क्योंकि ये
yeah, the whole point of
स्पेनिश लीग और इटालियन लीग ये सब क्या बोलते हैं कि क्लब फुटबॉल के SBI, बैंक ऑफ बड़ौदा हैं. हाँ, अभी लंच ब्रेक के बाद में आना. हाँ, आराम से अभी 2
सबको
घंटा
छुट्टियां दो ना सर फिर.
छुट्टी है, अभी बेंच तुम बाद में आओ. Whereas English Premier League is like that.
HDFC.
Axis Bank.
नॉट एक्सिस बैंक, वो जो सिटी बैंक मुंह पे क्रेडिट कार्ड चिपका देंगे. अमेरिकन एक्सप्रेस. हाँ.
MX, MX. But yeah, can't wait for the club football to start, and we'll have, I think, let's record. I think we might have few matches by the time our next episode is recorded. Oh yeah, we'll have the Boxing Day matches.
Yes.
So yeah, sounds
Back
good.
to our weekly schedule of
Yes, Tuesdays,
Tuesdays
and,
with Nilesh and Pavan.
sounds wrong, but that's fine. Yeah, podcast recording बोल देता पहले.
Actually, Tuesday nights with Nilesh and Pavan.
Yeah, Tuesday nights.
हाँ.
Okay then, chalo bhai. It was a
Chalo.
great episode.
Yep.
So congrats to the Argentine team. They were outstanding and a great World Cup. Despite all that, I think it was entertaining for us to watch. क्योंकि हम politics में तो ना कुछ उखाड़ने वाले अभी, तो फिर चलेगा. हमें अच्छे
Yep.
मैचेस दे दो, हम थोड़ा बहुत डिस्कस करके फिर ट्वीट करके चिल मारेंगे.
Yes.
चलो सर,
चलो.
शुभरात्रि. Thanks everyone for joining.
Shubha
And nice one, Kasyap. Thanks all. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.